Welcome again to Fast Track English. This is the second series of programs. As well as new language and vocabulary, you will find plenty of practice with language you have done before. Today's program is about the drinks business.
Hi Kevin, how are you doing?
Hi William, pretty good. Join the crowd.
Thanks. Cheers.
Hi.
We see customers meeting their friends at a pub, and we practice greetings, formal and informal.
Nice to see you again. What have you been up to?
Now, which of these beers would you like to try?
I'll try a Master Brew Smooth, please.
Then, how to choose and order a drink,
Cheerio, Howard.
and saying goodbye.
Bye now, thank you.
And in here we've got the mash, which is the mixture of ground up malt.
Describing a process. We visit a brewery and hear about the process of making or brewing beer.
Well, probably about...
We meet the landlord and landlady of an English pub.
We need orange juice, tomato juice,
And Meter Man is back, showing you how to make a simple, non-alcoholic cocktail. But first, everyday English.
Morning, William. Hello, Debbie.
Morning, Howard, how are you?
Not so bad. And yourselves?
We're fine.
What's it to be?
What are you having?
Half a shandy for me.
A pint of bitter and a half a shandy, please.
Pint of bitter and half a shandy.
Hi Kevin, how are you doing?
Hi William, pretty good. Join the crowd.
Cheers.
Hi.
Well, look who's here. I haven't seen you for ages.
Hello, Vivian. It's nice to see you again. What have you been up to?
Oh, this and that. Keeping busy.
And
And a Coke and nice lemons.
Oh, dear.
William, we must go. Look at the time.
Our time is up, I'm afraid. We must be off.
Good to see you. Mind how you go?
Vivian, lovely to see you again. Take care and don't work too hard.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye, Kevin.
Cheerio, Howard. See you soon.
Cheers, Howard. See you.
bye now. Thank you.
Next, at the brewery. Tony Richards is there on business. He and his wife manage a pub, and they are thinking of buying beer from the brewery. He's meeting Mr. Dixon for the first time, so the situation is more formal. But in England nowadays, even in business, people are not so very formal. For example, they always give their first name, along with their surname, when they introduce themselves.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Ian Dixon. I'm production director here at Shepherd Neame. Welcome to the brewery.
Thank you very much. I'm Tony Richards and this is my wife Jackie.
How do you do, Jackie?
How do you do?
I do hope you'll be buying some of our beers.
I'm certainly looking forward to sampling them.
Good. Would you like to have a look around the brewery?
Certainly, it's very kind of you to show us around this morning.
It's our pleasure. Our company is one of the oldest in the country. We've been brewing beer right here for over 300 years. So that's a half a Master Brew Smooth, a pint of Bishop's Finger, and a half of Weiss beer for myself.
Cheers.
Prost. I think that's everything you need. If there's any other information you would like, please give us a ring.
Well, thanks very much for a most interesting visit.
I really enjoyed it. I learnt a lot. It was fascinating.
And thanks for the tasting. I'm sure my customers will be very happy.
So we look forward to hearing from you.
That's right. I'll be in touch soon, in a day or two. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
A helping hand. And now, a helping hand with greetings. First, in the pub. By the way, pub is short for public house. Here, everyone knows each other, so the greetings are informal.
Morning, William. Hello, Debbie.
Morning, William. Hello, Debbie.
Morning, Howard. How are you?
Morning, Howard. How are you?
Hi, Kevin. How are you doing?
Hi, Kevin. How are you doing?
Hi, William. Pretty good.
Hi, William. Pretty good.
Well, look who's here. I haven't seen you for ages.
Well, look who's here. I haven't seen you for ages.
Hello, Vivian. It's nice to see you again.
Hello, Vivian. It's nice to see you again. Next, at the brewery. Here, the situation is more formal.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Ian Dixon. I'm production director of Shepherd Neame. Welcome to the Shepherd Neame Brewery.
Good morning. I'm Ian Dixon.
How do you
I'm
do?
production director of Shepherd Neame.
Production director
Welcome
here.
to the Shepherd Neame Brewery.
Welcome to the brewery.
Thank you very much. I'm Tony Richards, and this is my wife, Jackie.
I'm Tony Richards, and this is my wife, Jackie.
How do you do, Jackie?
How do you do, Jackie? And now, choosing a drink and ordering it. When you are ordering beer, ask for a pint or a half. That's half a pint. A pint is just over half a litre.
What's it to be?
What's it to be?
What are you having?
What are you having?
Half a shandy for me.
Half of shandy for me.
A pint of bitter and a half a shandy, please.
A pint of bitter and a half of shandy, please. Bitter is the traditional English beer, and shandy is beer with lemonade. And at the end, it's time to say goodbye. First, informally, to friends in the pub.
Our time's up, I'm afraid. We must be off.
We must be off.
Good to see you. Mind how you go?
Good to see you. Mind how you go.
Vivian, lovely to see you again. Take care and don't work too hard.
Lovely to see you again. Take care.
Cheerio, Howard. See you soon.
Cheerio, Howard. See you soon.
Cheers, Howard. See you.
Cheers, Howard. See you.
Bye now. Thank you.
Bye now. Thank you. And next, more formally, at the end of the visit to the brewery.
Well, thanks for a most interesting visit.
Thanks for a most interesting visit.
I really enjoyed it. I learnt a lot.
I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot.
So we look forward to hearing from you.
We look forward to hearing from you.
I'll be in touch soon, in a day or two.
I'll be in touch soon, in a day or two.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Specialized English.
Our company is one of the oldest in the country. We've been brewing beer right here for 300 years. First, the malted barley is crushed to produce a meal called grist.
What exactly is malted barley?
It's barley that's been germinated, then roasted. I mean to say that's what gives it the flavour. These are called mash tuns. Here, water is heated and added to the grist. After about an hour and a half, the liquid is drained off. This sweet liquid is known as wort. It's the main ingredient of beers and lagers.
Next stage of the process, which is in the copper house, which is through there. When we boil the wort.
These are called the coppers. In the old days, they really were made of copper.
And now?
Nowadays, they're made of stainless steel.
These are the brewery coppers. You see, they're made of stainless steel.
It is here that the hops are added to the wort to give it that special flavour. Do you know what I mean?
Where do your hops come from?
The hops are grown near here in Kent. The wort is boiled here for about an hour and then run off into the fermenting vessels.
And now here is a helping hand. First, the present perfect continuous tense.
We've been brewing beer right here for 300 years.
We've been brewing beer right here for 300 years. Next, naming.
These are called mash tuns.
These are called mash tuns.
This sweet liquid is known as wort.
This sweet liquid is known as wort.
These are called the coppers.
These are called the coppers. Next, describing the process of brewing. Use the passive form of the verb.
First, the malted barley is crushed to produce a meal called grist.
The malted barley is crushed to produce a meal called grist.
Here, water is heated and added to the grist.
Here, water is heated and added to the grist.
After about an hour and a half, the liquid is drained off.
After about an hour and a half, the liquid is drained off.
It is here that the hops are added to the wort.
It is here that the hops are added to the wort.
The wort is boiled here for about an hour.
The wort is boiled here for about an hour. Improve your fluency. When you want to explain something, you can increase your fluency with these phrases. I mean to say, and do you know what I mean?
It's barley that has been germinated, then roasted. I mean to say that's what gives it the flavour.
It's barley that has been germinated, then roasted. I mean to say that's what gives it the flavour.
To give it that special flavour. Do you know what I mean?
To give it that special flavour. Do you know what I mean?
These are the fermentation vessels. Here, yeast is added. The wort is then left to ferment in these vessels.
How long does it ferment?
Ales ferment for a week and lagers ferment for 10 days. Traditional ales are stored for another 7 days and then pumped to casks or barrels, ready to deliver to our pubs. This is the bottling and canning hall. Here, bottles are processed automatically at the rate of 15,000 per hour.
Now, here's a helping hand again. Describing the process with the passive form of the verb.
These are the fermentation vessels. Here, yeast is added.
These are the fermentation vessels. Here, yeast is added.
The wort is then left to ferment in these vessels.
The wort is left to ferment in these vessels.
Here, bottles are processed automatically.
Here, bottles are processed automatically. And now, talking about time using for.
Ales ferment for a week and lagers ferment for 10 days.
Ales ferment for a week and lagers ferment for 10 days.
Traditional ales are stored for another 7 days.
Traditional ales are stored for another 7 days. Improve your fluency. Here's a phrase to increase your fluency. At the rate of.
Here, bottles are processed automatically at the rate of 15,000 bottles per hour.
Bottles are processed automatically at the rate of 15,000 bottles per hour. A personal view. Howard and Christine Smith are landlord and landlady of a pub called the Flying Horse. Who are the customers of the Flying Horse? Is it popular with tourists visiting the area or with the people who live nearby? They call them the locals.
and then walked up because we had a bottle of wine in there.
We have a very, very active local trade bought from people who live directly in the village, associated with the village, with the cricket club, which plays on the green opposite the pub. And these people become regulars, or we call them locals, in our pub. The pub is not just a place for selling drinks, it becomes a part of the community.
It's nice to see you.
We have an increasingly large amount of custom coming from the continent with the advent of the Channel Tunnel, which is only about 8 miles away, so we get an increased trade from the continent.
Howard and Christine work hard to give all their guests, locals and visitors, a warm welcome.
The customers are our friends. They're there to enjoy your company and we're to enjoy their company. It's great fun. It's good fun.
As well as being good fun, managing the Flying Horse is also very hard work, with long working hours.
We have a very busy, hectic schedule in this business. 7 days a week, 7 from early hours in the morning to late hours in the evening. And it's not only beer, it's coffees, soft drinks, ice creams, sandwiches when they want them, cooked meals when they want them.
The working day begins early in the morning.
Our alarm goes off about 6:30, 7:15. Howard's the first one to get up, bless him. He comes down and makes me a cup of tea. Howard starts the breakfast and I get the toast on and the boiler on. And the first guests come down.
Not many pubs offer rooms for the night, but the Flying Horse is different.
We offer bed and breakfast accommodation, and also because we do evening meals, then anyone who stays with us is likely to have an evening meal with us as well. They like to stay in a homely atmosphere, which is what we hope to offer. Once a year we have a health inspector come round, just on spec. He won't make an appointment or anything. And he has stringent rules that we have to abide by as far as hygiene is concerned in the kitchen. We could get our licence taken away, revoked, just like that, if they found that it wasn't up to scratch, up to standard.
The Flying Horse is a traditional English pub, and it sells traditional English beer, or real ales.
The real ales that we supply really do need a lot of attention. We have to put the barrels onto a stillage. They have to be kept there for about 24 hours. They have to be vented. They then have to be tapped without upsetting the consistency of the beers too much. And then 24 hours later, the beers are usually ready for sale. The beer has to be tasted before the beer's ready to go on. We have to make sure that the temperature's right and the clarity of the beer's right. Because if the beer was served when it first came in, it would be very cloudy. But once it's left to stand for 24 hours, it should clear. And once that the beer looks clear and it tastes right, then we're ready for action.
The Flying Horse also has a restaurant with a tempting menu offering food from the local area.
Howard and I both work together as far as the food is concerned.
We'll find out what local produce is available, as we always try to use local produce, and then we'll work a menu through together. The pub closes at 11 o'clock. By the time we finish and everybody is gone, it's generally about 11:30, 12.
Nice to see you.
I guess we tend to get to bed about 1 o'clock.
Going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning and getting up again at 6:30. Can they possibly enjoy such a busy life?
I like to be busy, and I like to have my family around me, and I love people. And this sort of business has that to offer. And if we love people, then we're in the right business.
Meter Man is my name. Reading meters is my game. I know everyone, everyone knows me. Read your meter and have a cup of tea.
Saturday morning, and after another good week's work, I think we deserve a drink, hey, Molly? Oh, hello. Are you back again? Welcome. Fancy seeing you again. Molly and I are just off to the pub. You can come with us if you like. You know I always show you the real England. Oh, and by the way, I do have a few more of my little sayings up my sleeve. That's one of my little sayings, up my sleeve. Ah, and here's the pub now. This is my local. Right now, Molly, you stay there and don't move an inch. That's another one. Don't move an inch. And I'll be back soon. This is an excellent pub. And of course I am very well known here, but I never touch alcohol. Meter Man is strictly teetotal. Oh yes. Good morning! Well, you're quite right. It is more intimate in the snug. I think I'll join you. Excuse me. Young lady.
Yes, sir.
Do you do cocktails? Can you do cocktails?
Well, yes, some cocktails. It depends really what you want.
I want a South Pacific beachcomber scorpion. It has a sting in the tail.
I don't think I know that one. Do you know South Pacific beachcomber scorpion?
Tell him to come back tomorrow. We're out of scorpions today. I'll order some fresh ones from the milkman.
Never mind. I am an expert at making cocktails. I've been making them for decades. I'll show you. Now then.
You'll need this.
Oh, my dear, a cocktail shaker. No, thank you. I need something a little bit more substantial, like this jug. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, we need orange juice, tomato juice, carrot juice, elderflower cordial, lime cordial, peppermint cordial, and lemon juice. That will do. And finally, a dash of soda. Oh, I'm so sorry. The process is very simple. A measure of each juice is poured into the jug. The measurements have to be absolutely precise. As you can see, I am an expert. So a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that. And finally, I nearly forgot, an egg. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the sting in the scorpion's tail. I never travel without a little chili powder. Oh, excellent. Perfect. At the final stage of the process, this little gadget can be used to mix the cocktail. Like this. Oh dear.
If you'd like to go and tidy up, sir, I'm sure I could mix your cocktail for you.
Very well. Excuse me. A little too much chili, perhaps.
We've got his car keys. Why don't we have some fun with them and make him a real cocktail?
This'll serve him right, won't it?
There you are, sir, your cocktail.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Very nice, maybe a little too much chili that time. Oh, ladies. You know what? I can't taste the carrot juice.
Behind every pub sign, there is always a fascinating story. This sign is popular because the white horse is the symbol of Kent. Some signs are connected to the farming traditions of the area. Others are connected with sport or with trades and professions. Often, pub signs show the coat of arms. That means the design on the shield of a city or a nobleman. Others are named after mythical figures or symbols with a religious significance. Many are in honor of kings, queens, and other royal figures. Pubs used to be the place where people, mostly men, used to go to drink beer, but not so today. Nowadays, families are made welcome. Many pubs have a restaurant, and nearly all of them serve food at the bar. Some pubs are especially popular with the locals, the people who live nearby, with pub games, pool, darts, cribbage, and regular quiz nights. One thing is for sure, wherever you are in Britain, you won't be too far from a pub and a welcome pint.
Cheers!
That's all for today. In your book you will find help with vocabulary and grammar, as well as exercises to work on. Next week's programme is about buying a house. They say that an Englishman's home is his castle. Is this still true? Join us next week to find out more.